Good morning and welcome to this week's Wednesday with Worbis. We're here in the Technology Department and our supervising technology director, he's going to give us a behind the scenes of what happens at Altus Public Schools with our technology department. So kind of tell us, this is the brains of the district and this is where it all happens. So kind of tell us what you do as the supervisor.
Sure.
And then we'll get into all the guys that work with you and what they do. Tell us all about it.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, as you can see, this is our humble abode right here. I take care of all of the budgeting in the technology department. We take care of all of the servers, any aspect of the actual network I try to maintain right here. Generally, let me see.
What is the budget of the technology department, roughly?
Roughly, I would estimate about... after it's all said and done, probably about a 250 grand.
250 grand.
Yeah.
Okay. And we just a few nights ago approved at the board meeting our E-rate. Tell us about E-rate, how that helps us from the government.
Absolutely. E-rate is a great program. What that basically does is E-rate gives us a discount on all of our services, whether it's our internet circuit, our transport circuit. As far as E-rate goes, it's based on our low income count. So that'd be our students who are
Free and reduced
lunch.
It's always important. There's so many aspects in the district that relies on our free and reduced lunch count. That's why we push so hard to get as much of that data as possible. And here's another example of it.
Oh, absolutely.
Okay, so for the average employee out there, teacher or support staff, if they're having technical difficulty of any kind, tell us the process of what happens when they're having issues and they talk to their supervisor and how you decide what and when and where it gets fixed.
Absolutely. Well, the easiest way is for them to go ahead and actually speak to their computer assistant. Most typically, all the locations have a computer assistant with whom they can speak to, and their job is to kind of go through and see exactly if they can fix the issue right there, if it's something that needs to be escalated. And of course, if it is escalated, then they'll actually submit a work order into our work order system that's available on the website, I believe, is a link. So they just go there. They can log in with the computer assistant will log in. They'll submit a work order into the system saying this is, the issues that we have. And of course, we have it, prioritized who needs to, get what taken care of first. But 9 times out of 10, as soon as they submit it, we're already on it. We're getting a lot more caught up nowadays. So just about any time, as soon as it hits the system, we're already on our way to the school to help them get it all figured out.
Okay, in the district, I know we have desktop computers all over the district for employees. We're a one-to-one school with the students. We have all kinds of different technology programs. Every site has different programs. We have programs for the district, and somehow that always comes to your department. So how do you stay on top of who has what? How do you get your training on the different programs that maybe you had nothing to do with? They decided they wanted to buy it, and then you've got to figure out how to make it work. You and your guys. How does that work?
Well, a lot of times as far as any training and stuff like that, I'll typically... if there's any literature the company provides, I'll go on the internet and discover that literature, read all about it. I will call the company every once in a while, and I'll speak to a technician. Especially if I have an issue or something like that, I'll say, what can we do, how to fix it, and they'll explain it to me, and I just kind of go from there. Most times, it's just me literally getting into it and picking and clicking until I can finally figure it out.
We were talking about work orders. I know probably August is a crazy time of year.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe it slows down a little bit. What's a typical August number of work orders you get, and then maybe later in the year, a daily number of work orders? We're talking thousands, hundreds, what is it?
That's a good question. It really kind of depends. A lot of times, whenever we get started, we'll probably get about 20 to 25 a day, at the beginning of school. And that, unfortunately, we're only 4 of us, so that kind of starts to pile up after a while. There was one point, I believe, after the summer began that we were up to about 150 work orders, I believe. And luckily for us, we're such a great team. We're a very cohesive unit that we really just go out there and we try to get them knocked out as fast as we can, all accurately, of course. We don't go out there and put any Band-Aids on anything. So as soon as we get that knocked out, we get it back down to the lower numbers. Around this time of the year, we maybe see, about 3 to 5 a day, depending. But of course, we do get a lot of phone calls in there too, and those, of course, don't show up in the system.
I know testing's coming up, so that's a stressful time.
Oh, yeah.
Teachers have worked all year kids have worked all year, and it all depends on that one test. So we're reliant on you and your guys to make sure that it's all working correctly. It can be working one night, the next day it not be working.
Absolutely.
Also, when you go into the buildings, I know you try to help people that don't have work orders, but I know that kind of backlogs you. So kind of tell us why you don't always able to help everyone right then when you're there. They have to do a work order and kind of wait their turn.
Yeah, of course. And that's just unfortunately the the name of the beast, I guess, is we can't always get to everybody as soon as we possibly can. As far as us walking into a location, somebody flags us down. Now we try to do what we can to help them out, especially if it's something that's really quick. But if it's something that's a little bit more involved, that's when we'll ask them. Okay, unfortunately, we're here right now, but we won't be able to take care of you due to our, work orders that we have right now. Unfortunately, those are going to take priority, all that stuff. If you submit a work order, we'll be more than happy to come back and take care of it as soon as your issue finally comes up to, the priority list, so to speak. So.
Thank you. Also, another vital part of our technology team is Jordan Boone. He's a alumni of Altus Public Schools, and kind of tell us your part in the team.
Well, first off, I'm part of the team that helps with work orders, and we do whatever we need to do as far as taking care of the district. But one of the projects that I've been involved in and been assigned is working on video editing and instructional videos to teach all the staff and teachers how to better use their technology and try to put it in a video format for them to use as a guideline, just so it'd make it easier for them and ultimately for us. The better that they know how to use their technology, the easier it is for everybody.
So that'll probably be linked to maybe our website?
Absolutely, yes. These videos will go on the website. We plan to have it done before next school year. So all the teachers will be able to access that. And all the new technology that we're getting in, they'll have a guideline and sort of a video manual, for lack of a better word.
Awesome. I think that's a great idea, and thanks for all your hard work. Now we're here with Brent Lawson, and he's also a member of the technology team. Tell us what part you play in the team.
So aside from just the regular technology issues, I also have an extra duty contract with the schools to take care of any fire and security and any heating and AC scheduling. And so, unfortunately, we don't have a front end for the fire and security, but we have, it's called our EBI server, and this is how I keep up with the heating and AC scheduling.
Brent, with MAPS 2, we're moving forward with our fire systems and our security system. Kind of tell us how chopped up we were with different companies and kind of the way we're headed.
Yeah, absolutely. So our the company we use for most of our sites is Honeywell, and we have a couple sites that, for example, the high school has Simplex for the main building and Honeywell for the cafeteria. And so essentially what we're trying to do with all of the safe room upgrades, we have to upgrade the fire and security throughout the rest of the building. And so we're going slowly towards Stryker to upgrade so we can have everything under one company, so we don't have to use 2 or 3 companies to
streamline it.
To streamline
Less expensive.
Right. And it's a lot easier to only have to get a hold of one company for an issue instead of 3 for 3 different sites.
Well, thank you for what you do.
Of course.
Now we're here in the main server room of the district. So Zach, tell us what, we still have a main server for a lot of the stuff in the district, but we also have a cloud. So kind of tell us what's different, the differences of those 2 things.
Sure, absolutely. Well, of course, cloud-based means that it's all, of course, located on the internet. A lot of teachers are actually switching to Google Drive and storing a lot of their data on there. So we're not really needing as many physical servers anymore, which is great. And we've also condensed a lot of our physical servers into actually a couple of virtual machines. And what those basically are is just one actual physical machine that hosts a bunch of computers all on one drive. So that's very nice. As far as, the cloud-based, I know that we're mostly cloud-based here at our district, but there are unfortunately some things that we still need as far as physical servers. Of course, we have like our phone system and our camera servers and a few of the physical machines that I was talking about, the virtual servers.
Well, hopefully today gave you a behind-the-scenes look at the technology department. So when you have a little issue or a big issue, you have an understanding of why sometimes we can't get it right away. But our 4 guys, Reese Woolbright wasn't here today, but they work really hard. They work for you and the students. So be patient, and hopefully you have an idea of what they do now. And as always, may God continue to bless Altus Public Schools.